go over the breaking? Okay, actually, no, never mind.
Alright, so we're here. Time to break the board. I will need to get my posture. So first things first, yeah, and then the person put their hands there, peel them off. They come to the stomach.
I'm gonna posture up, making sure I have the same good posture from one of our previous videos. My one knee on either side, etc. My hands are pushing his stomach down so that his lower back is glued to the mat. Now from here, the first guard break that we learned is knee in the tailbone, or one knee in the tailbone. Comes here. Now I like to lean forward and put extra weight on my hands as I'm moving, put the knee there, and so I'm not sitting up while I'm trying to put my knee there and let them out. So you put more pressure here. Knee goes in the tailbone. The opposite leg is going to sink back, creating the space. All right. The idea here is my knee is what's separating my hips from his hips. All right, and my hands are what keeping his back to the mat. If I didn't do that, he'd just slide up my leg, boom, like this, and he goes above my knee. And now, even though I'm back like this, there's no space in between our hips, so it doesn't help at all. Okay, put this here. I'm back like so. Okay, now I'm going to go for the guard break. So I'm going to take the hand that corresponds to the leg that's extending back is going to come to the inside of his knee, or of his thigh, right above his knee. On the inside of his thigh, there's a bunch of nerves in there, and kind of use the point of my elbow. I'm going to push down as I twist away. So I push down and twist away, bang. I'm really driving the point of my elbow, the inside of his thigh, and push away. As soon as we're here, inside knee comes up, keeping my hands nice and safe, and going to our pass. All right, the inside knee comes up right away so that he can't close his guard back up. All right, now I'm going to drive this knee to the mat on the opposite side over here, keeping my hands in nice and safe as I'm driving. And now as I do this, I'm going to emphasize we need to stay low. I can't come up like this. It's going to be way too much space. Okay? So knees going across, I'm staying nice and low. Coming here, diving my head to the opposite side of my knee. Keep my arms, I'm not going to start reaching up to the head already. I'm going to keep them in, keep my arms nice and safe. This, my right leg goes over, drives to the mat, and pins his opposite leg down. My foot is also scooping, kind of trapping his leg here. Okay, as I'm coming to this position. Now what I'm going to do is kick my left leg out first. Then I can remove the right leg. Then my left knee comes into the hip. I get underneath the head, underneath the arm, and I'm here. Making sure that my weight is going over top of him and not kind of sinking back too much this way. Happens a lot when we extend this leg, is that we sink our weight too far back and we're not even on top of it anymore. All right, but the idea of keeping this leg trapped open with my right leg is so that I don't get stuck in half guard. Okay. Now that I'm here, I might pull the knee back in if I'm going for a key lock. All right, if his arms are in, what I'm going to do, I'm not just going to reach up and push this arm off with my arms. I'm going to keep this in nice and tight. I'm going to drive my whole body forward. All right, so it's not just a strength thing, it's my whole body, driving forward, dropping my elbow to the mat, and dropping my head. The idea here is it's not strength for strength anymore, it's my bones versus his muscles, and my bones are going to win. Especially because I'm putting my head here. All right, so no matter really what he does, he's not going to be able to pull that arm back in. Okay. Now, to go for the key lock, this hand, my top hand, grabs the wrist, the inside of his arm is facing the ceiling. I reach underneath his bicep, grab my own wrist. All right, I always emphasize these three things. And I like to show this to people too. Is that from here, if I just lift it up from here, his elbow is going to pretty much go all the way to the ceiling and he's still not going to tap. All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my elbows together. I'm going to pull them towards his body. And then I'm going to wind my wrist that's holding his wrist forward like a motorcycle. What that does is that puts all the tension, or most of the tension, directly into his arm. Okay, I keep my head low, and I'm still not even going to lift from here. I'm just going to slide it as a unit down towards his hips, and I get the tap already. Okay, now if it's a little looser, I can slide it down and then start to lift. But remember, when I go to lift, I need to keep his knuckles on the mat as I lift up his elbow. I can't lift up the whole thing. It's not going to work. Okay? The straight arm bar, if you're going for this key lock and the person's trying to get out of it, they're going to extend their arm forward like this, and before we let them flip it over and then have to be forced to go for a Kimura or something else, I'm going to catch it halfway. So I'm here, he goes to extend it, and I slide up pretty much as soon as it gets extended. Okay? I have the hand that was on the wrist stays on the wrist, the other arm slides up right above, well, closer to his hand in regards to his elbow, okay, if not right underneath it really, and I grab my own wrist, okay, so I'm not up here in my arm. I have his wrist, I slide up under here, and I bring my body over the top of it this way, okay, and just like the arm bar, the pinky, you know, if I was here for an arm bar, the pinky would be on my chest. I'm not here, but the mat's there, so I like to tell people the pinky needs to be facing the mat, just like this. We're here, and now I just keep this hand where it is, and you push it down a little bit as I pull up on the arm that is underneath his elbow, keeping my head nice and low, keeping my weight down, and tap. Okay, it's very easy to finish. Like once you lock it in, it's really tight. It's close to being finished. So let everyone know to go very easy with that.